I wanted to, in fact, ask you about your story because you said that you've grown up watching all of us. So you're clearly very young, but you're at this young age, you're like, your fund is performing exceptionally well. So tell us a little bit about your journey. When did you start investing? How did you save?
We were in a textile business till 2003, and my father separated from his brothers. I was only 14 years old in 2004. My brother was 12 years old. So my father said that I can't do this. I have old stocks. I just rather for time pass. He invested all his money in real estate and stocks, etc. Because we were running a textile mill, and you can't run a textile mill alone.
So there was no exposure to the stock markets at that time?
No, my family had zero exposure, and we became only small sub-brokers of angel broking. And that is how. But there was only one problem. My father was a sub-broker, but he didn't know how to run computers. So I used to go to help him run computers. And that time, I learned the broking business, how the markets work. Over the next 3 years, the broking business kept growing for us. And we did, that time what used to happen, Sonia, there used to be one dealer who used to punch the trades, and 4 or 5 people would be like behind them, just saying buy 100 shares, sell 100 shares, whatever, uncles basically. What we did, we came with a Falcon. There was this software called Falcon, which was like a technical analysis software. And that time E-Trade had started. And what we used to do is, we gave 40 people in the office, 40 different lines, terminals to trade. And terminals that they can do their own buying, selling, and we gave everyone a free Falcon. And that time Falcon would cost around 25,000. And that is how I learned technical analysis. It's not like, but I used to trade a lot. I used to leverage, buy, sell.
And you lost a lot of money also, I'm sure.
I made first. So initially I used to learn. So I used to learn so we used to take research services from everyone who came from CNBC. And we used to give it for free to everyone, like Ashwani Gujral. Okay. That time he was a superstar. And he used to have long short calls. Like I will either be long Nifty or short Nifty. And we had a massive TV only forecasting his call. This was so different. Those days were so different.
Those days were really different. Yeah.
And these traders would go boom, boom.
The minute Ashwani would say something
short, and so he had this paid.
That time people would really follow every word of what he says.
Absolutely. That time the craze was because CNBC was the only channel. You didn't have 8 channels. You didn't have Hindi channels. Nothing. You had one channel, 2-3 guys. I think so. The Sukhani would come, and you had again that time. In fact, Gul and Tulsian show would be there, and everyone would be glued to the markets. Like for us, of course, we were brokers, but that is how I started. And in fact, 2003, 2004, 5, 6, 7, the markets were one side, Sonia. You saw Sensex going from 3,000 to 21,000. And when you're a young guy, I was probably 17, 16, a guy who was studying in Mithibai, chilling in MMK, because my friends were in MMK, I was in Mithibai, whatever.
I remember that.
But that is how, for us, and those kind of money we never even seen. But that initial money making, you do trade futures, those Ispat kind of stocks which went up multiple times.
So which was your best trade?
I made a lot of money in Jet Corporation, RNRL. Those were like, those RNRL went from 30 to 260 or 70 in that 6-month period. And the lot sizes were so large that if you got it right, even 10, 20 points, you would be extremely rich. And from that point of, in those days, 10 lakhs today is not the same that it was a few years, like 15 years ago or 17 years ago. So we did extremely well. But I lost every penny that I made in 2008.
I will come to that.
So every penny that I made, I lost it. So there used to be margin calls, and of course my margin call. But that is how you learn risk management. And I had gone to UK for my studies, Sonia, in 2000. Like I was a part of this Kingston University in London. So while I was very sad to go there because I had to lose the markets to go there, but when I went there, I in fact got lucky. Because I could see then the global markets. And that time, all banks were bankrupt in the UK.
So this was in 2008?
2008, yeah. So it was a very tough time. But okay, we survived.
So then you lost all your money there?
I was a
And then
poor
you
kid.
started
From a
off
rich
with-
kid, I became a poor kid. And it's all happened so fast. Like, I didn't even realize that I'd become rich. Before I realized that I'd become rich, I'd become poor again. So I couldn't even tell someone that I'd become rich and then poor, because I was probably the only student who could pay my tuition fees on my own. Like, tuition fees would be 10,000 pounds, etc. But yeah, so that was my initial. But I learned risk management. And then 2009, Sonia, I couldn't press the button. Like, as soon as I bought a stock at 100 rupees, how do you make money? By riding your winners.
Yeah.
My brain's frame had become so bad because psychologically I was
There was fear.
destroyed.
There was a lot of fear.
Yeah. So as soon as I would buy a stock at 100 rupees, 120, 30, I would, like, sell my position. Like, bus, stop profit was the rule, because I couldn't, like, psychologically I became like a very bad trader.